Paris, it's great to be here with you. So, we all know the old phrase, famous for being famous, but obviously there's a lot more to it than that. And it's, what do you do with it, right? And you've been doing quite a lot. Take us through the Paris Hilton empire.
The first product I launched was my fragrance. And now I actually am about to launch my 27th perfume. So I've been in the fragrance industry for over 17 years now. And also I have 19 other product lines. I have my own skincare line, makeup, jewelry, sunglasses, lingerie, shoes, clothing, handbags, children's clothes, dog clothes, homeware. Basically any product you can think of, I make. I'm also involved in the tech space now, so I have my own tech projects that I'm working on, different apps, and investing into different companies. So I'm doing a lot of that as well in venture capital, and also following in my family's footsteps with my own real estate properties. I have 2 in the Philippines right now, and we're going to be opening up more as well. And music, DJing, modeling. I like to do everything. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm always like to be creative and make the most out of life. And it's amazing that I get to do all these things that I love for a living.
Today, Paris will answer your questions in a live Q&A. I've been creating your empire for many years. How do you continue to build brand momentum over time and not become complacent?
Well, I've been in this industry for a very long time, since I'm a teenager. So I think it's always important to be innovative and ahead of the game and always thinking about the next step. I always love to be busy, so I'm constantly thinking of new projects and just ways for my brand to just be creating even more and building more products all the time. So it's a lot of work and dedication, but I love what I do, and I just wouldn't have it any other way.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
My advice would definitely be just to really surround myself with positive people that I can trust, and in my business just to always strive to be the best I can be, and just know that you're going to go through things in life and it's just going to make you a stronger person. So just to never let anything set you back, always look forward to the future and know that anything that you ever go through in life is always just a learning experience.
And she wants to know, what would you describe as your greatest success?
My greatest success is the relationship I have with my fans. I love them so much, and they call themselves my little Hiltons, and they're like my little brothers and sisters. I consider them my family, and just the strong connection we have is just, it's so powerful, and it just makes me feel just so happy to have such a close relationship with them.
Do you find that people usually underestimate you?
Yes. Definitely. I think that there's just been a lot of just misconceptions of me over the years, which obviously I don't blame anyone but myself. As I was talking about before, doing The Simple Life, I was playing this ditzy blonde character, and I think if anyone was watching that, they assumed that's who I really am in real life. So after that show and I started getting into the business world, I'm sure there was a lot of people thinking that I was that person walking in the room. But anytime I go in a boardroom, I take charge and I'm a boss, and people can see that they were definitely having some misconceptions.
What has been the most difficult moment in your career, and how did you learn from that?
I think just through going through certain things in my life were very hard, especially, being in the media and having that scrutiny since I was a teenager. So I've had to deal with a lot of situations in the public, which has been very hard. But it's definitely made me so strong, and I feel that I can make it through anything in life because I've been through it all. So I think anyone, if they've ever been through something, just know that it's not forever and you can make it through.
What is the most iconic fashion moment of your career?
Definitely my 21st birthday dress, the one that was like sparkly and Swarovski. I've seen it recreated so many times, just so many birthday girls wearing it over the years. On the runway, all over Instagram, people making like copies of it. I think that is definitely the most iconic of all the looks, and I love it. I think it's like the ultimate birthday dress.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your upcoming documentary?
My documentary is called This is Paris, and it was supposed to premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival and then go into movie theaters after, but with COVID, we've had to reschedule. But it's really just an inside look and the untold story of my life. I feel that the public got to know me through the simple life and through a character I created, and that's not who I really am. There's so much more to me.
We've over the years seen you do so much, from acting, documentaries, being a DJ and more. What have you enjoyed the most?
I'm really blessed because I get to do so many things that I love. I love business, I love designing, I love music, I love just the entertainment world and being creative. So I have so much fun with everything I do, especially DJing and just being on stage and feeling that energy. But the thing that I love the most is being a businesswoman and an entrepreneur. And I'm just so proud of the brand and the empire that I've created.
Well, I'd like to know, who have been your business role models?
I've always looked up to my grandfather, Baron. He passed away last year, so I miss him very much. But ever since I was a little girl, I was just always so fascinated with the brand that he's built and just the incredible businessman he was. And I always strived to be like him and to make him proud. And I also had just this drive to want to be more than just known as the Hilton Hotel granddaughter. I wanted to be known as Paris. So just looking up to him my whole life just really inspired me to become the businesswoman that I am today.
Your fragrances have made more than $3 billion in sales alone. How did you get involved in the fragrance side of things?
Well, I just launched my 26th fragrance, Pink Rush, and now I'm about to launch my 27th perfume, which is called Luxe Rush. So it's just so exciting to have been in this business now. I've been in the fragrance industry for 17 years. And when I first started, I always loved perfumes. And when I was a little girl, I told my mom, one day I'm going to have my own perfume. I had no idea that it would be now 27. So I basically started when I was a teenager and I moved to New York, and I had this idea and started creating a scent and a bottle and a name. And then from there, just had meetings with all the top fragrance companies and ended up signing a deal with Parlux. And we've been together ever since, and it's amazing. And I just want to thank all my fans for always supporting me and loving all of my fragrances. It makes me feel really happy and proud.
What are your reasons for getting involved into technology investments, and what are some of your startup investments?
I've always been an undercover nerd. I'm obsessed with anything to do with technology. And I've actually been an investor for a very long time, but I've mostly just been investing into myself and into my brands. But now I've really taken this time to look into other different projects that I'm interested in and other entrepreneurs who have great business ideas. My boyfriend has his company called M13. They're one of the biggest venture capitals in the world. So it's amazing to have him to really look up to and get advice from. And I'm learning even more about the investment world. And two projects that I've invested in this year, Rachel Drury is just a brilliant entrepreneur and female business founder. And I love what she's created with Daily Harvest. And also another one that I just invested in is called Good Catch, which is plant-based seafood, which is healthy for the consumer and also better for the planet.
So definitely would like to know, do you have any advice for the young women interested in entrepreneurship or looking to open up their own businesses?
I think it's really important just to figure out exactly what your passion is, what you love to do, and what your talents are, and really focus all that energy, because things in the business world only happen with hard work and passion and dedication. So I think for any young woman who is interested in getting in the business, is really important to just work and find people that you could really trust and who are going to bring whatever your idea is to life, and then really just focus also on social media platforms and building your brand and what exactly you want to show the world and portray in the world. And I think that if you do that, that anything is possible.
A lot of feathers in your cap. Are there some goals you've not yet reached, or some strength you're working towards at the moment?
Trying to think. I really just, anything I set my mind to, I do. I'm just one of those people. I'm trying to think of what I haven't done yet, because I feel like I've basically done everything. I think the one thing I haven't done yet is go to outer space. So maybe that's the next thing I want to do. Leave the planet for a little bit.
So you have a very special bond with your fans. Even if you give your phone number to them and even invited them to stay at your house, why do you build that bond with your fans, and why do you think it's important?
I consider my fans like my family, like my little brothers and sisters, and I love what a close bond and relationship we have. And just years from just traveling around the world all the time, it's been lonely at sometimes, so it's so nice just to have my fans, I'll have them fly in and spend time with them, and just to see just their smile and the light in their eyes, just like how happy to make someone, just really just is the best feeling in the world. There's nothing that makes me happier than seeing someone genuinely happy and excited, and it's just like a feeling that you just, I don't know, it's just a magical and special feeling, and I just love them so much.
Amazing. Well, Paris, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it today. I think a lot of people will be inspired by this conversation.
Thank you so much, and thank you all for watching.
Do you have any advice for young women going down the influencer route? Just looking at it now.
I think it's just really important to figure out what you want to do with your brand. Just being an influencer, there's so many different ways that you can go. If you want to be into beauty or fashion or makeup, there's just so many different areas. So I think it's about really finding your focus and what you want that to be, and also just what makes you happy and what you're passionate about, and just really putting your all into it, because obviously social media is just such an important component, and just building that platform and your fan base. So I would say to really focus on that, and also finding the right team and people to work with in business that you trust and could help make your dreams come true.
Do you think you've kind of got that from, obviously, being around the hotel business, that the customer, the guest is the most important thing? Do you think that that's somewhere that you learned that?
Definitely. My great-grandfather, Conrad, wrote a book called Be My Guest, and always talked about the importance of customer service and making people happy. So, in the hotel business, that is a big part of it. But it's something that just really comes naturally to me. Ever since I was a little girl, I've just always loved to make others happy and just to make people feel good and just have positive energy. And I think that's something that's really important. And also one of the big reasons that I'm still in this industry, and I have been for so long, is because I have a big heart, and I think the most important thing in my career is just making others happy.
Hi, I'm Jesse Baines with Yahoo Finance. Our guest today is reality TV pioneer. She's an entrepreneur. And she happens to be the highest paid female DJ in the world. So to begin with, DJing, how have you been able to continue honing your craft? You can't travel. You're used to huge crowds, massive venues. How have you been keeping up?
Well, this has definitely been different than anything that's happened in my life. I'm used to traveling and, playing in front of hundreds of thousands of people. And now I've been DJing from home. So I've built this kind of like Slivington Manor club setup in my living room. And I've been doing a lot of virtual DJ sets, basically. For Triller, we did a really great festival that raised funds for COVID. I did one for Animal Haven, which is amazing. We raised $500,000 for the animals. And now I'm about to do another music festival that's coming up soon for Minecraft. So just been doing a lot of it here from home. It's obviously a different vibe, but it's the only way we can do it right now.
So other businesses now, what advice would you have for young entrepreneurs that are thinking about starting a new business now, especially considering the way we're locked down due to the pandemic? I mean, it's not exactly a simple life, right?
Yeah, I just think it's, an important time. I think people should try to see the silver lining in it, which is they can really take the time right now to really see what they love, what makes them happy. And I think a piece of advice that I would give is to really just find that thing that makes you happy and try to build a business around it, or find a job where it allows you to use that and, go from there. But I think right now is just really a time for people to reflect and make plans and be creative and figure out what their next steps are. You
and your family have donated money towards helping people through the pandemic. Can you tell us about those efforts?
My family's foundation, the Hilton Foundation, we've donated $20 million so far to the COVID relief. Most of it has been directed to Los Angeles and the homeless community, as well as the pandemic in Africa and other parts of the world. So the Hilton Foundation has always strived to help make the world a better place, and we've been doing so many different charity initiatives to help that.